This is the story of a named king who is sent to a reformer school on an island. A kind of school where people who've committed crimes are sent by the government to correct their behavior and become better human beings. But this particular reformer school was for girls. Now, what crime King committed? I'll tell you that later. First, let's talk about the island and the school itself. Earlier, there used to be a prison on this island where dangerous criminals were kept. But one day, something strange happened. People started saying that the island was haunted by evil spirits. Those spirits slowly began killing all the prisoners. The government was forced to shut down the prison, and in its place, they opened this reformer school. Since then, the school has been operating here. The principal of the school is Priscilla, whom everyone calls Mother. The only male worker here is a guy named Pin. His job is to travel between the mainland and the island, carrying supplies and people. Today, he has brought King to the school. Everything at the school seems fine on the surface, but there's one person who rules over everyone. A senior girl named MM, along with her two friends, Maprang and Knock, constantly bullies and harasses the other students. It's even said that Mother deliberately ignores their behavior. Secretly, M likes Pin. She loves him, and she tells him that Mother is about to release her soon, reporting to the government that she has reformed. But until I'm here, she says, I'll rule this place. M keeps tormenting all the other students, and now that King has joined the school, she and her friends are already planning how to make his life miserable. But before that, Mother warns King that she must follow all the school's rules and regulations, otherwise things won't end well for her. Then, Mother tells Pin that a storm has hit the island, so won't be able to return to the mainland for a few weeks, and should stay in the lighthouse for now. Pin agrees. Later, M and her friends take King to her new room, mocking and teasing her the entire way. From that day on, M and her friends begin to harass the King every single day. Ing keeps trying to ignore them, but these people won't stop their behavior. They harass Ink every day. All the other girls were also very afraid of the three of them. At school, there was only one person, Pin, who would try to reassure Ink that everything would be okay. It's only for a little while and then you'll leave this place, Pin would say. Seeing Pin support Ink made M feel really bad, and tonight M has come to bother Ink. But then she realizes there's a shadow behind her. She feels like someone is trying to scare her. She moves toward the back, but there's no one there, and then a shadow pushes her. M falls. When M turns around, there's nobody there. The next day, M and her friends thought Ing did all of this. They believe Ing pushed M. They start to bully Ink. But among those girls, there's one named Ploy, who's from the same village as Ing. She tries to explain that Ing couldn't have done it. She had gone to sleep early that night. Still, those girls keep bothering Ploy too. Ink likes that there's at least someone who thinks of her as a friend. Ploy tells her that those girls are just like that. They enjoy tormenting everyone. You should ignore them, she says. After a while, the girls start harassing everyone again, and M cuts Ink's hair. Ink is crying hard. But why should M care? That night, everyone falls asleep and M is combing her hair. Then M hears a voice, and right in front of her appears a Dine. Yes, you heard that right, a witch. The witch rips M's hair out. M starts screaming. Everyone wakes up, but the witch is gone. M can't understand what just happened to her. She still suspects Ing. But how could Ing be doing all this? The only person who can answer that is Ploy. They go to Ploy and threaten her. Tell us how Ing is doing all this. Then Ploy explains that in the village they came from, it's believed that when a child is born, a spirit, a Dane, a witch-like spirit, has a claim on that child. And if you want to remove that witch's claim from the child, you have to perform a ritual, and only then will the witch's claim be lifted from the child. But if this ritual hasn't been performed for a child, then the witch stays with that child for life. And if anyone comes between the child and that witch, the witch tortures and kills those people. In our village, everyone used to have this ritual done. It was done for me too. But Ing is an orphan. Ing's father had already died, and his mother died when born. So the villagers sent him to an orphanage. That's why the ritual wasn't done for him. So his godmother is the witch, and whoever comes near them she will torment. That witch will definitely take revenge. She tries to convince M and M's friends, but M doesn't believe her. It's impossible, M thinks, that a witch would be protecting someone. Now they decide to teach Ing a lesson. So they go to the mother and tell her everything. That Ing is bothering the other girls. The mother punishes Ing in front of everyone. Punishment is over. Everyone goes to sleep. The mother wanders around at night, checking everything, but then she senses a shadow coming up behind her. And finally she comes face to face with that thing, Ing's godmother. She screams. Hearing her, everyone wakes up, and now M is extremely angry at Ing. M and her friends decide they will teach Ing a lesson. They trick Ing into coming with them into the forest, lock her in a well, and tell her that if she wants to get out, she should call her godmother. The godmother will get her out. Then they go back to school and say that Ing has run away. They're sure no one will go look for Ing in that well, and finally the witch comes to Ing on the other side of the well. She explains that these people are treating Ing very badly. "Tell me," she says, "and I will kill them all." Now Ing decides she will take revenge. Everyone searches for Ing, and finally Ing's godmother gets her out of the well. Seeing her come out, M and her friends are shocked. How did she get out? But no one has an answer. Ploy takes Ink to her room, and Ink knew that Ploy was connected with those people and was spying on her. Ploy explains to Ink that M had threatened her. She says there was nothing she could do, but Ink is now furious, and she's going to get revenge. And she'll be very selective about how she does it. The next day, chaos breaks out at school again. When M asks what happened, she finds out that both her friends Map and Nach are missing. After a long search, they can't be found, and then their bodies are discovered in the woods. Seeing her friends in that state makes M extremely angry, and finally Ink comes face to face with M and says this is just the beginning. "You will die too. My godmother spares no one." M is furious, but what can the poor girl do? Slowly the news spreads throughout the school, and it even reaches Mother. Mother had also seen that witch and now decides that Ink cannot stay here for even one day. She tells Pin to take Ink away from here tonight, but before leaving, Mother wants to know what exactly Ink did that got her sent here. On one hand, Mother is trying to find out. On the other hand, M and the other girls also want to know what Ink did. Then everyone learns that when Ink lived in the orphanage, there were people there who tormented her, and one day their bodies were found. Everyone assumed Ink had done it, but Ink insists, "I didn't do it. My godmother did. Tonight, she will do the same thing. No one who tormented me will be spared. Tonight they will all die." M hears this too and doesn't know what to do. All the girls are terrified. M goes to Pin and tries to ask for help, but Pin reminds her that everything is happening because of her. "Why did you torment her so much? If you hadn't, none of this would have happened." The question is, why did M do all of this in the first place? M remembers what Mother told her when she first came to this school. Mother had said she couldn't show strength to every girl, so she needed someone who could keep these girls in line, strictly. If M did that, then Mother would have used her power to cancel M's punishment and send her away from here. M had done all this just to gain her freedom. But now, what's the point? What's done is done. Now it's Ink's and her witch godmother's turn. Finally, that night arrives, and everyone is terrified. The witch appears in front of everyone. At first, she tries to scare them all. They all know that everyone's going to die, but she doesn't want to kill Pin. Deep down, she's fallen in love with him. She goes to Pin to tell him the truth, and seeing that truth, Pin is also terrified. What M did was wrong, but she didn't deserve to die for it. He locks Ink inside the lighthouse and rushes back to the school. Everyone there is already frightened, but Pin tells them he's locked Ink in the lighthouse. Poor Pin doesn't realize that as long as Ink has her godmother by her side, no one can trap her. Ink shows up again. Now she wants to kill M. She warns all the girls not to interfere, but the others try to reason with her, telling her that what she's doing is wrong. Ink gets furious and screams that everyone will die. Finally, the witch appears in front of everyone. People start screaming and running in panic. But what good will running do now? Ink's first victim is Mother, the one truly responsible for all of this. Ink and her witch godmother kill her. Mother dies, and the girls scatter in terror. Now Ink's next targets are Ploy and M. She attacks them both. Before anything happens to Ploy, M saves her, and then a fierce fight begins between Ink and M. In the scuffle, they both fall off the roof. Morning has come. M realizes that if she wants to stay alive, she will have to kill Ing. A fight breaks out between Ing and M is about to kill Ink. But then she remembers that if she does that, her whole life will be ruined. She lets Ing go and tells her, "We've called the police. They'll be here soon and we'll tell them everything. You won't get away either. No matter where you go, you'll never be safe." Ing laughs and says, "You won't survive either. My godmother will kill you." But Ing was wrong to think that. Dane understands now that she can't save Ink from anyone. Her secret is out in the open. Before anyone can separate her and Ink, she takes them with her. And finally, Dane carries them away. A little while later, the police arrive. They find Mother's body. The police ask everyone who did this. And here comes the twist. Ploy and the other girls tell the police that M did it. M can't understand why Ploy is doing this. And then Ploy explains everything to M. "What did you think? After what you and your friends did you think you would get away with it? No, I was the one who lured Ink. I realized the ritual with Ink hadn't been completed and that Ink has a witch godmother. So I seduced Ink and I pushed you down the stairs. I knew you'd take your anger out on Ink. On the one hand, I sided with you, and on the other, I also led Ink on. I put the idea into Ink's head to kill M. As long as she's alive, none of us can be happy. And look, Ing killed them all. Now the police will take you away. I will rule over these girls at this school, and I've made it clear that if anyone opens their mouth, the school will be shut and we'll have to leave. And the girls don't want to leave. Everyone bands together and frames M, and the police take her away. Now in this school, there's no Mother, no M, no her friends, and no Ink left. Just the simple fact of who will rule this school now. So tell me, whose fault was it? Mother's, M's, her friends, King's, or Ploy's? Who was the villain of this story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Also subscribe to this channel for more stories like this.